Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson's tax proposals drawing concern over the legality, but also bringing about an economic death spiral. It is Illinois in Focus Daily. I'm Greg Bishop, and why are we focusing in on Chicago? Well, it's the state's largest city. Supporters say it's an economic driver. Opponents say that it's taking state tax dollars, but they're looking at a new budget year coming up January 1st, and Brandon Johnson wants to spend $16.6 billion, but there's a billion-plus dollar deficit, and how are they going to plug that gap? Is it going to be service cuts and layoffs, or is it going to be tax increases? Now, the mayor yesterday, as we reviewed here with Illinois in Focus Daily, which is live every weekday morning here on the Center Square with YouTube, so like, subscribe, and get that notification bell, and get the podcast where you get podcasts. But Johnson vowed he would veto a budget that included a property tax increase, but he wants tax increases on corporations through a head tax to charge $21 per employee for businesses that have more than 100 employees, and that would be a monthly charge. That adds up really quick. Even if you only have 100 employees, it's like $21,000 a year. So he's looking for that. He's looking for like a streaming services tax and a subscription, type of tax that if you have a bunch of different tools like video editing or content management type things, if you have those types of subscriptions, then you have to pay a tax. But as you'll see the headline at the Center Square, Chicago tax proposals draw concerns over legality and also the economic death spiral potential. So the Chicago Board of Education member Nora Rios Sierra, she addressed the city council yesterday when they met briefly to talk about how she's concerned they're going to have to lay off some teachers.
You signed a letter that was very generous and very passionately supported Chicago public schools. I'm going to quote a few short quotes from this letter. Just so you know the impact that this letter made, we were not able to pass within our budget alternates to be able to save us in case this body did not surplus the TIF that we were expecting. We weren't able to do that because this body signed this letter that said they were demanding that the Chicago Board of Education avoid cutting $175 million from schools to pay for the MEABF pension payment. You all were demanding that we not make that payment. You all said we will support a TIP surplus to help balance both the city and CPS budget. We recommend you approve the budget presented by CPS. We demand sensible leadership and stability for our children and workers of Chicago Public Schools. You all demanded that we pass a budget that heavily relied on a historic TIF surplus. Y'all made some big promises to our Chicago public schools. If we do not get that TIF surplus, we're going to be sending a lot of pink slips for Christmas. And we're going to put it right back on you.
So clearly, she's saying that if they don't give tax increment finance fund surpluses to Chicago public schools, they're going to have to lay a bunch of Chicago public school teachers off. That's yesterday's city council meeting. But if you look around and talk to some analysts, as Jim Talamonte did for the Center Square, you will see that there's a lot of pushback. You've got Net Choice Vice President of Government Relations, Amy Boss, saying that certain types of taxes, like the tax that would impose a 50-cent monthly fee per active user for digital services, it would ultimately lead to less competition, less access, higher costs, but also legality and whether or not it's going to end up in court. So you've got Boss saying that some states have had their digital advertising taxes struck down. Others have backed off their proposals, and we'll see what happens with the city of Chicago when it comes to that. But you have others who've warned that say the mayor's head tax could lead to an economic death spiral. But you also had some criticism from residents of Chicago brought up. One resident during public comments yesterday sharing some thoughts about the city's priorities.
But when ICE come and start snatching illegals out, now here come the hell raising. Here come the uproar. Then you want the blacks to help fight, be your guard dog. No, that's not going to happen here. Not in 2025, 26, and 27. ICE going to be here as long as Donald Trump is in the White House. That's one thing. Number two, 25 to 10. Your budget just got shot down. So what's the next plan? You're already trying to hit everybody else with these property tax that the last time you trying to hit us with a $300 million property tax, that didn't work out very well for you. You see there, you just like a Zomar Madami imitation. That's what you are, Brandon Johnson. You want to play this socialist game. You're not trying to help the blacks to, get on their feet and stuff, and then you lie. You have the media protecting you. You have everybody to shield your shame. It's self for God.
So you've got the resident talking more about, the media and different groups of people who are upset about ICE and their enforcement of immigration law, and even getting into the streets. And you've got rhetoric from elected officials saying be street fighters and get in their face and such. Here's that same resident kind of pushing back on that idea.
But when Laken Riley got killed, I didn't hear no Hispanic citizen say nothing about her death. Second of all, if you say that ICE is doing all those terroristic things, then the illegal immigrants need to go back south of the border and then reapply for asylum. Do it the right way, because we are flooded. The resources, finance, everything. But when Laken Riley got killed, I didn't hear no Hispanic citizen say nothing about her death. When that other girl who got killed and raped at the age of 12 in Houston, I didn't hear nobody say nothing. But when ICE come and start snatching illegals out, now here come the hell raising. Here come the uproar. Then you want the blacks to help fight, be your guard dog. No, that's not going to happen here. Not in 2025, 26, and 27.
So you've got the continued pushback from some residents in Chicago. And somebody who's I've seen that gentleman speak before during public comments in the Chicago City Council meetings. Jessica Johnson, I believe, is this next citizen, resident of Chicago, talking about politics and how she's not going to be cornered into having to believe a certain set of principles that the party in power wants her to believe, she says.
So says the water hose and the dog bites that my mother and father took in Jim Crow, Mississippi. Do you understand that? Do you understand that I am 63 years old and I've been voting since I was 18 years old? I vote the way I want to vote. And so does everybody else in the United States of America. That's what peaceful protest looks like. Not a bunch of weirdos attacking ICE cars and ICE agents having to get tear gas because they're attacking the police. Police attacked us. That's how we got the right to vote. You're going to respect that. And everybody else in this room, we don't have to vote for y'all while y'all sitting around dogging us out, not giving us our money.
Clearly, there's going to be ongoing debates about where that money is going to go and just how the priorities are going to play out in the city of Chicago. They've got until January 1st to pass a budget. I guess until December 31st to pass the budget. If they don't have one in place, some city services could halt. So we'll be watching that closely. I know Jim Talamonte is on top of that. So go to thecentersquare.com and stay plugged in, get the newsletter, and stay informed. It is Illinois in Focus Daily with you each and every weekday morning here. Just like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and wake up with us and join the live chat and get the segments of the programs. You can't watch it live. You can also get the podcast as well. Again, just search Illinois in Focus Daily.